welcome to my channel. I'm sure this is the first time you guys are seeing like my face having like a sit down video, and it's been short. Then okay, a few people joined my live video yesterday, and yes, today I'm here to share my personal experience with a haunted house. Yes, so if you're new here on this channel, yes, everyone is new because this channel just started last week Thursday, and here we are today, 1K bigger and still growing. And I want to say a very big thank you to everyone who's been supporting, who's been watching, who's been commenting, who's been liking. It means a lot to me. Your girl is so grateful, and I really cannot tell you guys how happy I am. Like, guys, thank you from the depths of my heart, from the bottom of my heart. I say a big thank you for trusting to subscribe to my channel and sticking around with me. I don't take it for granted. Please do not make it your last time. If you come across this video, please hit the subscribe button and don't stop stopping by. Yes, don't stop stopping by. Always stop by to see what I'm up to, and I promise you I won't let you guys down. It's back-to-back content. So today I'm here to share this experience that I had after I got married. That was 2018. You know, okay, my name is Cece Cynthia. My guys know me already, and yes, I'm a mommy and a wife, and today I want to share this experience that I had in my stay here living in Abuja, Nigeria. So for the context, I'm sure some of you guys know Uche Williams Mba. Yes, Uche Williams Mba shared one story about his experience in a haunted house, and ever since then I've had it in my mind to like share my own experience, because his experience and his video, like, it's brought back some kind of, I don't even know how to say it, but I was listening to him talk about his experience in that haunted house somewhere in Gwangba, Abuja, and it felt as though it was the same house that I lived in. So you guys, if you watch to the end of this video, I would teach you how you would know when you're about to move into a haunted house. So January 2018, 4th of January 2018, you know, if you're from Nigeria, you know that I'm from the eastern part of Nigeria, Anambra State, Nibo to be precise, and where I'm a woman away from the parents' house, you pay something called dowry. This is for the sake of those who are not Nigerians and those who do not really understand our culture. So if you're from the eastern part of Nigeria, you know that before you take a woman away from a father's house, you pay the dowry, do the traditional rites and all of that. So on that day, my husband came, did everything. He's been living in this house in Abuja, and we came back to Abuja in the same house. It was just a one-bedroom apartment. We were just starting life, and you know, that was where he's been staying all the while before we met and got married. So we came back and life started. We decided no babies for 1 year, and yeah, we were just living the life, you know, young couple just living together and doing the married thing and all of that. You know, he was working, I was working at the time, but I later resigned from that job because of debts and all of that, the owing and the rest of them. So yeah, fast forward to December 2019, right? No, it's December 20, yes, no, my traditional rights were paid December 2018. January 2019 we came back to Abuja. December 2019 I got pregnant, and that was how it started. Now in this compound, we were two in the said compound, and guys, my husband we were very close neighbors. It was just two of us in a very big space. If you know how these people build, some houses are very massive, you know, these estates in Abuja. So It was just two of us, two families, two young families in the compound. Our neighbor had two children at the time, and his son was my husband's godson. So that day, the mother saw me in the morning and was like, that's Bobo's sick, oh. Like the baby was sick. I'm like, oh really? I just thought like it was just normal children sickness, you know. I didn't say anything. I said, okay, I'll come and see him later. After 2 days, we didn't see. I think the next day, third day, she saw me. She was like, this boy is still very sick, oh, and he cannot even walk again. I'm like, really? To that point? I said, mind you, I was pregnant already. Yes, I was pregnant because we found out all these things are now happening sometime in 2019. I found out I was pregnant December 2019, and for sometime in early 2020, say around March, these things were already happening. So I thought I was coming. I just went in, threw something better on to go to the house, and I came in. I saw the boy. I'm like, really? How did this boy? I saw this boy just. We played a little when I saw him outside a few days ago. How did he get to this point? The mom was just looking at me that she does not even understand. And mind you, they've been going to the hospital, treatments and everything they were giving him. Nothing was working, and my God, I was just looking. I was lost, you know. I said, okay, let's just hope that with time he would start responding to treatments. Maybe they've not gotten the right things, and probably they should just go for like more tests and all of that. Maybe go to better hospitals. If you know Nisa Premier, they now start going to Nisa Premier. Got to Nisa Premier, Nisa Premier is actually one of the best hospitals here in Abuja. They started doing their own part, and before you knew it, the boy was in the ICU. I said, 1 month in the ICU, 2 months in the ICU. Mind you, the mother she just put to bed to their last baby at the time. This woman was always carrying her baby to the ICU. Her little boy was also in the ICU there, battling for his life. Just, I think, some things, nothing was working. I think the husband now decided to start going prayer route. He started meeting men of God, and prayers started going on. Everybody was saying that something was wrong spiritually to the boy, up until he now met this man of God that told him that we were staying in a haunted house. Guys, how they didn't tell us immediately when they came back. After they told them this thing, they didn't tell us. They didn't know how to tell us because I was pregnant, and pregnant women are very fragile. Like, at the time, a pregnant woman, when a woman is pregnant, the woman is like fragile, or you just have to treat with caution, or you just have to find ways to say certain things to the person. So because of blood pressure issues and a whole lot of other things that could escalate from maybe trauma or anything. So they didn't tell us. We're asking them. They said everything. If I ask them, they will tell me that he's fine, he's responding. My God, I was just there. I was looking. So one day the wife now came and told me that no, okay, first later, one evening like that, she came back. She didn't want to tell me. All of a sudden, I was now seeing people coming into the compound, coming, going. My husband knew that something had happened, but he didn't want to tell me because of my situation, my condition at the time. So next thing, she now came after some people left in the evening. She now called me and said that they lost the boy. I'm like, how? What happened? And you're just telling me. And he said, your husband knows, but because of I was lost for some time. She now went ahead. She said, you're the woman. Whatever happens. We went to a pastor, and the pastor said that we lived in a haunted house, and the pastor said he would like to see you. The pastor personally told us that he could see a pregnant woman. I'm not saying this for anyone to believe me, but if you're spiritual and you if you've had this experience, it might not be like the same exact experience, but if you know how deep some of these things are, you would listen to the end and know how you would actually know when you live in a haunted house. So she told me that the pastor said he'd like to see me, that a lot of things he said, and I like a lot, that the pastor saw that, every evening, massive compound, like every evening I take like I walk around the building, I walk around the house. Okay, now there's a main house in the building where the landlord stays. The landlord is not in the country, mind you, he's in somewhere outside the country. So, like, every evening I take a walk around the compound, and that day, the woman told me that the pastor also mentioned that while I take a walk around the compound, that a certain dwarf follows me around the compound. And if I'm not careful, that a lot of things might go wrong with the pregnancy. Mind you, I was almost due. You guys, hey. I was now looking for, after she said that I was lost, I called my mom. I told my mom, see what's up, see what they told me, or see. My mom said, just be praying, we'll be praying for you too. My husband knew already. He's not the kind of person that likes going for prayers. Let's go to this prayer, let's go to that prayer. So that was how I managed to convince him so that we could follow them to the pastor's church and at least hear directly from the horse's mouth and be sure that everything is fine. I was 8 months pregnant at the time. So we started going there. Pastor was praying and we were going. Every Thursday we went there. Prayers were going on, and fast forward to later, 9 months, my due date was close. I started having signs of labor. I'll be out, I'll be having signs of labor. Once I step foot in the compound, everything disappears. We go to the hospital, they check me, they say my cervix is still very much intact, that I'm not even contracting. They will send us back home, the normal hospital stuff. We went back to prayer, went to pastor again. Pastor said, if you want to deliver this baby, pack your things and find somewhere to stay, because if you stay, this is still the same thing they will keep telling you. My brothers and sisters, we packed everything into the boot of my husband's car, and we were going everywhere it is. Somewhere in Guanipa, we found a hotel where we stayed up until we stayed for a week, and it was on a Monday. I saw water, my water broke, and for some reason the water was greenish. I was like, I had to search Google to know what the issue could be, because we already called doctor and told Dr. Sio. Doctor is saying, he just said we should start coming in the morning, when it's morning that we should start coming. Yeah, I stayed Googling it. I saw that baby had already passed meconium. Meconium is baby's first poo, that greenish poo that baby normally poos after birth. Baby had already pooed, so the water was greenish. Immediately I got to the hospital, I was already running temperature. A lot of things were wrong with me, and fast forward to everything. The cervix I wasn't dilating. Hot strip that they gave me, everything that they gave me, nothing worked. Before I knew it, they checked baby. They said baby's heartbeat was more than it should be. I always get emotional when I tell the story, but it is what it is. I'll be fine. So they said baby's heartbeat was okay. At the time, my husband went home already to get some other things like hot water and the rest of them. And now they said I should call him. I called him. He said I should please tell doctor to sign, and they should just wheel me into the theater immediately. Before all these things were happening, they were still dressing up, doing this thing. He was already there. Mind you, from my place to Maitama was very far, but I didn't know how this man drove. Before I knew it, he was in the hospital. Yeah, baby came. Baby was in the neonatal. It was a rough, you have your baby, you're looking at other mothers in your ward, they have their babies sleeping next to them, and you're just there. All you know is they call you to come and feed baby, do this, do that. Story for another day. Those nurses there were so mean to me. Mean to my baby. And Nigerian hospitals, Nigerian nurses, let's leave it. I'll talk about that later. It's not like all of them. I've actually still met good nurses too. So some of them, the ones I met there, were not nice at all. So fast forward to everything. After the 5th day, they discharged us and we came home. My mom came on that day. My mom came and all of us came back home together. And first night, every 2 a.m. this child starts crying. Second night, 2 a.m. Third night, I was checking these things. I now reached out to Pastor. I told him so. He said, can we not remember that he said that is the set time that the dwarf walks around you guys? That 2 a.m. my baby started crying. Every 2:30 a.m. rather, this child will start crying. That's when the dwarf moves around. That night, I picked up baby from his bassinet, handed him over to my mom, and told my mom that please hold this child. Guys, I started praying. I removed my clothes. They say, like the way I came into this world, we came into this world with nothing. I removed my clothes. I started talking to God. I started asking God, that is it that he has left me? I said my baby was not just. I felt something was wrong with that child. Motherly instinct. I felt something was wrong with my child. I started praying. I told my mom that no, we have to leave. I was praying, I was crying, I was asking God to please show me mercy, that this child that he gave me, that I carried this child for 9 months, and he was with me, and that nothing will go wrong. I said, we didn't leave. After that prayer in the morning, I told my mom that I think we have to go back home, like go back to my father's place. Let me follow him. Let my husband stay and start looking for a new place for us. Let's just let him stay and do the house hunting. Guys, I went into depression. And for the longest time, we were with my mom. Okay, we now went back now, and everything, baby was just everything now became baby. My baby started growing well. Like he became. I said 1 month that we were in Abuja, my baby was still looking. He was not adding weight. But maybe we left that place and went back home to my parents. Everything, like this boy became very peaceful, started growing well. And if you know me, if you're my friend, you know that this is not like fiction, it's like real. I said that dwarf spirit, and the thing about that thing was that they said the dwarf spirit was buried under a guava tree in the compound. And I didn't know. Every night I'll be doing exercising. It was after I found out that I now started, instead of exercising in the compound, like taking long walks, I just go around the estate and just walk for like 30 minutes to 1 hour, then come back home. So guys, what I'm trying to say here is that life is deeper and more spiritual than we should know. Before you go house hunting, make sure you pray. If you pray, let me tell you, it's either these things are opened up to you in the dream after you've prayed, pray very well, or you find someone who can help you, like a spiritual father or a pastor that can help you pray. So I don't know, this entire thing really made me, when we found this house, we found a lot of other houses, but we had to ask questions. We had to ask questions to make sure that we're not going into another pit again, we're not falling into another pit again, because right there businesses crumbled, a lot of things went bad, a lot happened, so from there I learned that you don't just move into a place that because it's beautiful or because you're desperate to get somewhere. Calm down and find a place. I was just advising my cousin who's something about this the other day. I told her to please calm down and that she must find a good place, but the main thing is that the place is spiritually clean, right? So make sure you pray very well before you get a place, so that you don't go to a place and just fall into fire because you saw a fine place or a good environment. So this is just my experience living in a haunted house, and I hope this helps someone when you want to go have something to find a new place. Thank you so much, guys. If you've watched to this point,